Peruvian authorities say they're making progress in finding the remains of those who disappeared during the rebellion by Shining Path guerrillas. More than 70,000 people were killed in clashes between Shining Path, a Maoist group, and government forces. CCTV's Dan Collyns reports from Ayacucho, a poor Andean region which was at the center of that violence.
Here is your grandfather. Without him, we wouldn't be here. This man tells his children. And here is your aunt, my cousin, he adds. The children are perhaps too young to take it in. But for this father, these white caskets mean an end to decades of tortuous uncertainty. Altogether, there's 79 coffins containing the identified remains of fathers, mothers, sisters and brothers. They all came from Chungui, a poor, rugged district where not a single family escaped the brutal internecine violence. This brother and sister were just 11 and 6 years old when their father was killed by Shining Path rebels. In the turbulent and terrifying times that followed, 2 more siblings died and 1 disappeared.
We only ask that the state help us because we're traumatized. We need help to get over what happened.
They've come with their mother, who speaks just the native Quechua language, to receive their father's remains. With this certificate from the Attorney General's office, it will be easier to claim reparations from the state. After years of inaction, the authorities have now made some progress in recovering human remains and returning them to their families.
The Attorney General's office, since it began this work, has recovered more than 2,500 bodies, of which more than 50% have been handed over to their families.
But with more than 15,000 disappeared, there's still a long way to go.
These families have suffered the double blow of losing a loved one and then not knowing what happened to them, or even where they were buried. Digging up the past has been a process filled with anguish. But at least now they can grieve together and try to lay the past to rest.
In procession, the families march to the cathedral in Ayacucho's main square. After more than 2 decades in many cases, the families can now hold a funeral mass for their loved ones.
We are talking about the most basic part of being human, which is burying your dead. These people have waited more than 25 years to do so. It's so important that they can do so now in a dignified way.
It will take many more scenes like this for Peru to heal the wounds left by the most violent chapter in its history. Dan Collyns, CCTV, Ayacucho, Peru.